everyone, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Lily, and for those of you who are returning, thank you for dropping by today. For today's video, we're actually going to unbox and kind of, I'm going to give my first impressions in terms of this 3 new pairs of shoes that I received. Actually, they were sent to me by Cosy Island, and I've actually never heard about this brand before, but they reached out and I took a look at their website, looked at their shoes. They seem very sustainable, so I'm really excited to try them out and give you my opinion about it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, folks, so I do have some notes here, so if I'm looking this way, it's because I'm trying to refer to them so I can give you the right information. But like I mentioned, Cosy Island did send me 3 pairs of shoes. Thank you so much again for gifting this to me. And they wanted me to provide my honest review about these items, so we're gonna take a look and see what I think about them. So I actually just received these today, and then we're gonna go through each one of them. I didn't unbox it. I wanted to share with you exactly how it would look upon arrival, because I think that's, you know, fairly important to know packaging, all that good stuff. So yeah, this is what their shoe box looks like. These weren't inside of a box, these were inside of a plastic wrapping that was very thick, and I didn't see really any damage to the boxes of the shoes themselves. So this is the first one, and pretty, you know, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. These ones, I got all of them in a size 8. I'm typically between a size 7.5 and 8, so let's see how these turn out. I'm gonna share with you some mod shots of these so you can kind of see how they look on the foot. But just for reference, I do have wider feet, so hopefully these will fit well. But upon opening these, I don't know which one this is yet because it isn't labeled here, but I do have the printout of the 3 items they got me, so I will definitely link these for you below. So this is what it looks like. Oops, upon opening, packaging is really nice. It says, welcome on board at Cosy Island. We believe that you shouldn't have to compromise between looking good and feeling great. And by transforming waste into fashion, we're making a positive impact on the world around us. So right off the get-go, I do like the sound of that. So apparently their shoes are made from plastic bags. Interesting, okay. So they have pillow-like arch support and knitted fabric. So let's go ahead and see how these look. The packaging so far is very, very nice. All right, so I didn't know if I show this to you, but basically there is a card that it comes with it, and this is what it says. It's a nice little touch, and you do get like a discount code. I think that maybe everyone does get this. You do get like a VIP discount code for your next order. I will have some discount codes as well in my description below. So if you're interested in potentially exploring this brand, I do have that for you. But otherwise, this is really nice. It's cute. And then let's go ahead and open up the packaging. This is just what it looks like here. And what is this? Okay. All right. So all right, lovely. So I think so they've individually wrapped their shoes like this in the tissue wrapping, and oh, this is super cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. As part of the packaging, it says you may use this paper to measure your feet. So I guess for future reference, you could just kind of put your foot on here and then see how wide and how, not necessarily how wide, probably how long your foot is if you wanted to know. And this is in centimeters. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Nice little touch there. And then let's see which ones we have here first. So, oh yes, I remember these. Okay. Ooh, they are very nice. They feel really, really nice. Okay, awesome. So the one I have right now that we're gonna talk about, it's called the AmberHaven Flat Mules. And let me just unpackage both of them really quick. So again, like I mentioned, I'm between a size 7.5 and 8. I did go with a larger one just to, you know, just in case. And these are what they look like. They're actually really pretty. Yeah, so I thought that, you know, a pair of flats would be kind of nice, especially dark ones for the winter months. And I was pretty much kind of sold on the fact that they have very nice insoles. So I was very excited to try these out. So they are pretty soft inside. So like I mentioned, I will be doing mod shots so you can see how they look. Hopefully they fit well. But I like this design. I think that it's very, it's definitely good for if you're going to work with these. I like sort of the decorative sort of acrylic chains on top against the black. I think this has another color in cream, but I chose the black just because I feel like it paired well with most clothing. And I like the fact that this is sort of like a box toe cut. Like I mentioned earlier, I have a wider foot, so hopefully these will fit well. And yeah, so the bottom it looks like this, and it's very hardy actually. It feels really good quality. This is actually fairly, I think this helps with the anti-slip portion, so that's kind of nice. And then you have a very sort of like a 1-inch sort of heel like this. So I'll let you So after I try these on, I'll give some updates in terms of what it feels like, but so far I do feel like the quality is very nice, and this is definitely sort of like a knitted material, as you can see here. So yeah, again, this one is called the AmberHaven Flat Mules in black, and this one is in size 8. So moving along to the next item. All right, so I'm not gonna go through the packaging just because, again, I would assume the packaging is all the same across all of their shoes. We're getting, yep, same packaging. So the second one I got, all right, so I did get a pair of slingbacks. I think that slingbacks are actually, they're very classy, they're very comfortable, and they can fit with a lot of different types of outfits. All right, so this is what the second pair looks like. This one is in a beigey tan nude color. This one is called the Mary Jane Slingback Pumps, and this is also in a size 8. So upon first impression, I do like the fact that the soles are very soft on the insoles, because honestly, when you're going to be wearing sort of higher heeled footwear, you probably want to be a little bit more comfortable. And they're not super heavy, they're fairly light. I don't think that, yeah, these are definitely not made from leather. As I mentioned earlier, it sounds like they're made from recycled plastic bags, which is very interesting. And I do, again, like the sustainability fact of that. But basically, these are like the Mary Janes, and they're fairly classic. I wanted to get a couple shoes that could kind of be universal and fit with pretty much all types of outfits, right? So again, I did choose the box toe shape just because I feel like this would be a little bit more comfortable. This is what the heels look like. And this one also has the anti-slip sort of grip up the front. So I do appreciate when shoes have that. I do have a pair of Avaya shoes, and they have a similar type of feel. I really, really like those. And it's very similar, I feel, kind of to the Avaya with the knitted part, but the insoles are a little bit different to Avaya. So I'll have to try these on to see how comfortable they are. And then in that follow-up, we're gonna talk about it later on in this video. But this is what it looks like. It has gold hardware, and then it just has their branding, obviously, on the insoles there. So I think these are a little, obviously they're higher than the Mules earlier. I don't quite remember what the actual height is. It does look like it's about 1.5 to 2 inches here. But again, I will link all 3 of these items in the description below in case you're interested in checking them out as well. So this is the second pair of shoes I'm excited to try on. All right, and then we're moving into the last pair here. Now, because it's kind of fall, winter, I thought that, you know what, it'd be nice to have a pair of shoes that kind of like boots, so you could be warm and could be also stylish during this cold season. So essentially, the last one we have here, it's called the Minimalist Pointed Toe Heeled Long Boots. Okay, all right, so I did get these in a black color, and honestly, I don't really wear boots that are very high in the heel, just because as I've gotten older, I feel like, you know, it's just much better to be more comfortable than be more fashionable. Sometimes you can find a mixture of both. When you find a brand that's able to, you know, intertwine both of those features, that's probably the most ideal. So I'm just gonna remove the packaging from the inside of here, and let's go ahead and take a look at these boots. So give me a second. I'm gonna remove just one, but these are what it looks like. It's a very interesting fabric. So it's definitely a different fabric from the other 2 that we saw. They're all some sort of knitted material, but as you can see, the fabric is different. It's definitely soft. So I feel like if you know, don't like the sort of structured type of boot feeling, like to be confined, this probably would work out well because it is stretchy. But I'm not sure how large this would stretch out if you do have larger calves. Again, I will show this to you later in that try on part of this video. And this is what the sole looks like. So this one, I feel like it doesn't necessarily have the sort of this part where it helps with the anti-slide. This one, I don't know if it's going to, like the entire sole does help, but essentially I'm not really feeling that. It does have this sort of pattern here, so maybe that might help. You do have a little bit of a kitten heel, so I think this is probably like 1 inch or 1.5 inches. And then the insole is very soft inside, so I'm excited to try that. But yeah, this is what the third one looks like, and let's go ahead and go to the try on part of this video. All right, so these were the last pair of shoes that I'd shown earlier. These are the boots, and they are actually surprisingly comfortable. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't really normally wear shoes or boots with like heels like this because I just assumed it'd be uncomfortable. I don't really have a high tolerance for uncomfortable shoes at this age, so these are surprisingly comfortable. I think it's because of the fabric. The fact that the fabric is able to mold and stretch to your specific foot's shape, I think that helps with the comfort level rather than having a confined sort of structured look. So basically right now, I do have on a pair of black leggings. So as you can see, if you wanted to have a more seamless look, you could pair these with black leggings and you won't be able to really tell like where it ends and where it starts if that's what you want. But of course, you know, you have many different options. So yeah, surprisingly comfortable, even though this is a pointed toe type of look and I do have wider feet, but pretty excited about this. So yeah, this is good so far. Let's move on to the next pair of shoes. All right, so for this pair, these are the Mary Janes that I talked about earlier. These are in the nude color, and like I mentioned earlier, I'm between 7.5 and 8, and I do recommend sizing up half a size if you have that option, just because as you can tell right here, the heel is like literally right on the end of the shoe. So I think that you might, you know, if I had sized down to 7.5, these might have been a tad too tight, honestly. But right now they fit perfectly. The toe box is very comfortable. The inner sole is also very comfortable. Now it's kind of hard to tell, of course, because, you know, I haven't been wearing these for a few hours, but just upon first impression, just upon wearing them right now, they actually feel pretty solid. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about these as well. So this is the Mary Jane. All right, and the last pair we have were the first ones we talked about. These were the Mules, and they are, you know, hitting right at that 8. I think that if I had gone 8.5, that might have been a little better, just because I feel like my foot's kind of coming out just a little bit, but we can still work with that. I think that it's probably because my foot is a little wider. Out of all three of these, I think that the boots and the Mary Janes were the most comfortable. I think these are sort of like the last runner up here, just because the toe box, these were actually the ones that I thought might be the most comfortable because of the design of the toe box. But I think that unfortunately, the way that my toes or my foot shaped, it's not reaching to the very front up here. So I do have a little bit of extra gap up front, which is probably what's leading to the edge on the heel, or like how it's so close to the edge for my heel part. It's manageable, but it's not the most comfortable out of all three of these. I would definitely recommend those other two over this one. But if you have a more narrow foot, I think that shouldn't be a problem for you. But I do think that aesthetically it does look very nice. It also has a very comfortable insole as well. So yeah, last pair, these are the Mules. All right, so that concludes the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it and got some insights into the Cozy Island brand. I'm really excited to try these out and kind of share with you later on how I'm liking these shoes. I think so far, as of first impressions, they feel really comfortable, and yeah, I'm really surprised at the fact that the pointed boots actually were pretty comfortable. But I wanted to share something really quickly with you. I do have a discount code, so I'm gonna put all that information in the description below. They do have a Black Friday sale coming up, and they shared with me their discount. So they said that if you buy one, you get 15% off. If you buy two, you get the second pair 40% off. You buy three, you get the third pair 80% off, plus you get a free fourth pair, which is pretty incredible. So that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for dropping by. Let me know if you actually have tried this brand, and let me know your thoughts on it, because again, this is my first time trying them, and I'm really excited to kind of see how these pairs of shoes go and work for me and my lifestyle generally. But otherwise, I hope you're all doing well wherever you are in the world. Please stay happy, healthy, and safe, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.